Let's go. Welcome to the Kickback Show. I'm your host, Ilwood Barber.
I'm Ama.
Trail.
Today we have with us Kennn Wav. Appreciate you coming in, sir. How are you?
I'm good, man.
Good to see you.
Yes,
good to see you. Good to see you. Good to be seen.
Right.
Good to be seen. Shit, you gotta like it when a nigga want to see you. When it's cool for a nigga to see you,
right.
yeah.
It's a compliment for real.
Yeah.
For sure.
Welcome though.
For sure.
Kennn was one of the artists for the last Kickback.
October, yeah.
October's Kickback.
Very own. October's very own.
Yeah, you came through and did your thing.
Appreciate that.
Killed it.
Went crazy.
Appreciate that.
Went crazy. They kind of got out of the building on you for a second, but
Yeah.
you brought them back.
Yeah.
The people came from the back and how was your time though?
I had a good time. Everybody's rocking with me. You know, I knew I came in with that. I ain't a rapper.
I ain't a rapper.
You know what I'm saying? The engagement got to be a little different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just staying true to who I am. I feel like, you know, the vibes kind of, they speak for themselves.
Mhm.
But like, you know, once people like warm up to something, then they more inclined to be a little curious. So I like that. You know? So it was cool. I had a wonderful time, met a whole bunch of amazing artists, got to connect with a whole bunch of amazing people, seen some old friends. met some
Dope.
new ones. So I feel like
Dope.
it felt like if that was what was intended, then I feel like I did what
You did.
I
did what I came to do.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, you left the show with a nickname. One of the guys from the shop.
Right.
He gave oh, y'all don't know about
No,
it.
tell us.
He gave him a nickname. He said, oh, yo, next time you come in, I'm calling him man with the hands.
Who was
I said,
that?
man with the hands,
Like
nigga.
everybody else?
That's what you.
Like everybody-
You ain't want to pause that.
Yeah.
You just want
What he
to go
do?
with it. Yeah, that's crazy.
He enjoyed
That's
the
crazy.
show, I'm assuming.
No, he loved it. He loved it.
Good.
He loved it. You did your thing, yo.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Yeah, and another artist told him, Reese, in his interview, said, you a waterbender.
He called you a water bender, yo. He said the way that nigga hands move across it, he said he gotta be a water
I
bender or
appreciate
something.
that. I'm gonna add that to the.
Put that in your
Yeah.
bio.
Yeah,
Add that to the
You
bio.
said tying it up with the wave.
Yeah, I was like, it must be because your name Kennn Wav.
Oh, that was that rapper shit.
Right.
Yeah, that was that rapper shit. Wave, water. Yeah, you went crazy.
That's cool.
You went crazy.
Is that why how did you come up with Kennn Wav?
You want the real answer or the fake answer?
I want the
Whatever
real.
you want to
Give
put
us
out
the
there.
real. We don't want the
Yeah.
politically correct shit. We want the real.
Nah, the fake answer. No, honestly, so I was trying to think about changing my. It just started off as like just me trying to change my Instagram name at
That's
first,
kinda
so I couldn't be found.
nice.
Right.
You didn't want to be
No, I
found.
did not.
Corporate.
No, I wanted to be
What's
found.
up? What's up with artists that don't want to be found on the internet?
It wasn't from an artist perspective.
Mm.
It was from a I ain't want to be found.
Oh,
True.
yeah.
I'm
Period.
be on IG.
Period.
Yeah, I ain't really want to be found, and I ain't really want nobody to be able to type in my name and like search me up and be like, here's the Instagram.
Mm.
You know, some
Make it
personal
difficult,
stuff,
yeah.
that thing. But it honestly just turned out to be something that ended up becoming a stage name, and like people just seeing what I was doing on Instagram and start. It's kind of like I feel like honored when a nigga call you by your Instagram name. You don't know your real name.
Because they don't know your real
I ain't
name.
gonna
You know what
lie.
I'm saying?
Nah, he ain't lying.
So,
It's definitely
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So then it started just becoming a thing, and I was like, okay, the dot wave is just on some music nerd stuff.
I was
Wave
about to
file.
ask you as a wave. I was like,
Wave
wave
file.
form? 'Cause I was like, that's hard.
Yeah.
It is. It's like anytime you export like a music file from a project, you can either be an MP3 or a wave file. And I was like, dot MP3 kind of little. Like,
Yeah.
I felt like it was a little corny, but dot wave is like I can go somewhere with this one.
And you know,
Oh, that's
quality.
crazy.
That's dope.
And the wave is better quality, you said?
Right. Then MP3 file. You can do more with a
wave
wave file than you can an MP3 file.
Okay.
If you're a producer, you should always send a wave file.
Right.
Okay.
Don't send me nothing else.
Nothing else. We're going to keep that handshake going for the rest of the show. We're going to keep that going.
Get it. So that's how it came to be, and then I started playing out more, and then everybody just started going by that. So yeah, that's kind of how we.
That's what's
worked.
up.
Just kind of
I like that.
worked it. Yeah. So yeah.
Kennn Wav.
Yeah.
Kennn Wav.
Yeah. I feel like one of them. I feel like a barber. Like when Niggas used to put their barber name and their Facebook. Facebook name.
Me.
First
Me.
name,
Oh, I see.
the barber.
Oh no, I didn't do that. I ain't do that. Oh no, I didn't do that. That wasn't my bad.
That's what I felt like when I did it too. Just
Okay,
gave me a
got you.
little nostalgia.
Got you.
Some Facebook nostalgia.
Got you. Little MySpace shit or something.
Right.
That's crazy. She actually, I talked about her when we first started talking about her Facebook
He don't know the
name.
name, so don't even. He doesn't remember the name. He
Her face-
says wild shit.
No,
I
you,
do.
now you know how you just
I
said
do,
like
not all of it, but he be
Not
you know
all
how
of it.
you know how you
Yeah, it was
insert
long.
it'll
It
be
was
like your
long.
first name, your
Yes.
middle name would be some bullshit.
Right.
It was no bullshit.
Hers was like
It was
Camilla.
Miss Mellors.
It was Miss Mella.
Lurs with an ERZ.
It was
Okay.
Thank you.
that was some straight nigga
The
shit.
Z is telling it all.
No.
The Z, yeah, the Z was crazy. It was Miss Mellors. Damn,
Yeah.
what was it?
Yeah.
It was like an old Nicki
I'm
Minaj
no,
line.
it wasn't. Why you always go back to
was
Nicki Minaj?
It was something
Ooh,
crazy.
it wasn't Nicki Minaj.
I'm cracking
It
up.
was Miss Mellors. I ain't that bitch.
Right.
No, it
I ain't that
wasn't.
bitch Robinson. It was something crazy, yo.
That's what I was waiting for.
It was
I can't.
crazy.
That's what I was waiting for. Like
I
a nickname with the tagline.
With the
of song.
tagline, yeah, it was
I'm cracking up.
crazy,
That was
yo.
the time. What
The
time?
internet was
He couldn't
wild,
find me though.
and I couldn't. I couldn't
He
find
couldn't
it.
find
You
me.
probably didn't put the Z.
I didn't put the fucking Z.
Right.
I'm thinking like an adult.
Right.
No, he was typing in my real name.
Yeah, I was typing in her real shit.
Nah.
It would,
MRZ.
that's what it
There
is,
you
yo.
go.
It definitely the MRZ
The other
died.
Z.
It's the fucking Z, dog. It's
I'm cracking up.
crazy.
That's cool.
Crazy as hell.
Lauren named me that, so that's why I put that name. And she was the only person that, called me by that. So like a lot of people wouldn't have found me because I had a lot of people
That's funny.
trying to
You was
find me.
Facebook famous a little bit.
No,
Nah.
I was haters.
Ah.
A lot of beef.
Beef with females,
A lot of beef.
So
At least y'all missed the phase. I don't think y'all was. No, y'all. I mean, that's when IG first started. But I know niggas personally, like my side, niggas was putting V's and X's for the E's.
Yo,
really,
y'all A's or V's.
Yeah,
Like y'all don't use no.
Yeah, like
y'all don't use no vowels.
It was
Why?
real hard to find people.
They don't use
y'all did
vowels.
it for that reason too?
No,
To be
it wasn't.
found?
No, it was just the style.
Oh,
I think
okay.
ASAP Rocky low key.
ASAP Rocky.
I
in
think
it.
he kind
Yep.
of influenced that. I ain't gonna lie, because that's when he had the hats. That's
That was him.
Yeah, that's it.
That
We
was
had
ASAP. It was the ASAP.
yeah, and
but it was
Oh, with the
Oh,
fucking
okay,
with the,
yeah.
the
I
dollar
could
sign
never-
and all
I could never
that.
figure out like what that was.
I didn't
think it's
either.
different something, I don't know.
yeah, it definitely probably stood for something. But yeah,
Some gang shit.
probably.
Come on, New York gang shit.
Fashion game.
Fashion gang.
Fashionista gang.
I was gonna say is ASAP
Fashion
We
Rocky
fly. We'll rob you on
He-
Balenciaga.
He in the middle of some charges right now, so
really?
yeah,
Why?
criminal activity.
Oh,
Right.
Ace?
really?
Yeah, Rihanna trying to
Rihanna?
clean up that man's image right now.
Yeah.
That's
Was it
what
the
she
shit that he
doing?
went to jail for in London?
I think it's something like it's like a gun charge or something
Oh.
in New York. I think. So you know you can't have no gun on the.
Nigga, I would be in Barbados and never come back here.
Right. Thank
Oh,
For
yeah.
real.
I'm never, nigga, my feet are in sand.
For real.
I'm never coming
I
back here.
never get the concept of getting rich and then still trying to do good shit.
Do
I
nigga
don't
shit.
get it.
Yeah.
They stuck.
You live a different life out there, and the thing is, only people gonna just want more from you anyway. You
Mm-hmm.
might as well just get away.
Mo nigga shit.
Yeah. Can you help me pay my rent? Come on, mama, just live with me. Just get out. We don't even need to be here no more.
Mm-hmm.
What are
Yeah.
you talking about? Yeah, no, niggas weird.
That monster.
So Ken, you dropped an album.
Yes.
Explain how you went through like the writing process of doing the album, and you did it with your homeboy too,
Mhm.
which
Yeah.
is dope.
Damn. That's one of the questions you don't people don't normally ask you.
Mm-hmm.
They got to do their homework.
Yeah, they just used to like, you know what I'm saying, dealing with you on a face-to-face level.
Surface.
Not a, hey, this is you as a person, and then I see what you do. So
Yeah.
Right.
It's your art.
My dog.
yeah, bring that one back.
My dog.
Nah, but the way that I got a project out called Frequency, you can stream it on all platforms. The way it happened was in 2019. This is before the pandemic hit.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my buddy was like, you know what? We're very talented at music. We was, working together, just doing stuff in a room for like since 2014. Just sitting in a room with a piano and a microphone. Just that was it for like years.
Mm-hmm.
And we was like, you know what? We should probably try to turn this into something. And then we did, and we got serious in 2019. We said like, we are going to do this. So really, from 2019, that's when it started, and it took a few years. kind of just manifest and for us to work through it. Lost 2 hard drives.
Damn.
Not only that, this is even worse, man. I was at a recording for my buddies Beyond It. I was doing a music project with them, and I had left my Mac and my Coach laptop case on my trunk.
On top of the
On
trunk?
top of the trunk.
And you pulled off?
I pulled off and like, you know what I'm saying, was getting on the highway to come back to my side of town. And I was like, I ain't got my laptop. And then I like, drove back there. By the time I got there, somebody ran over it. It was on the side. It was still there, side of the road.
No.
But that mug was gone. That mug was gone.
Damn.
Yeah, so
I could have saved your memory. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know if you could. It was like cracked, glass was cracked.
No,
It was like,
I would have unscrewed it and got the.
it was, everything was like.
Oh, it was bent up like
Oh,
that.
yeah,
Okay.
it was like, you could tell somebody like,
They ran that shit
ran
over.
over it, right? And that's the day, and I think that was in like 2021 actually. At that day, I was like, I don't feel like I'm supposed to do music. I was like, this is my sign to,
Stop.
Yeah.
I'd be on some Hey Arnold, I'm depressed looking at my sky roof shit.
You say, hey Arnold, looking at the skylight.
Narrated itself.
Yeah, right.
Dog.
You know what I'm saying? So then, it just from there, it was like, I feel like it was one of them situations where it's like, then the pandemic hit. Obviously, nobody knew the pandemic was going to hit. It was like, kind of a willingness to be like, I kind of want to add this as part of the way that I'm remembered, or like, what am I leaving behind when I'm not here? And what am I leaving for my children, whatever that is. And so then that's how kind of the project came about. So, yeah.
What
Dope.
made you not feel like, okay, this is not for me? Like, what was that moment like? All right, nah, that happened. I need to get back on my plan on finishing my album.
You know what? I ain't reconciled that yet. I feel like as an artist, there's just a constant pull and a constant narrative and conversation that you're having with yourself of like, am I not good enough to do it? Or should I do it? Or, I think it's just niggas not want to be seen trying. And so I think...
I don't think it's that. I think it's not the effort of not wanting to be seen trying. They don't want to be seen failing.
Well, you got to, in order to fail, you got to try.
You got to try.
You gotta try to fail.
You do got to try, but they'll.
gotta try.
It's the and that's all people do in general. I think even succeeding, it's not you succeeding. It was just you trying.
Yeah,
and it just so
trying.
happens to
Right.
come.
Right. But, as an artist, what Eric say, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit.
Like we keep talking about that.
We say that almost every episode.
I mean,
That's my
because
shit.
it's true.
Life mantra.
Right, because as an artist, I think it is a battle of, I think you don't create anything good without the try. That's why I started with the try, right? You don't create anything good without being like, let me try to do something, and let me be intentional about creating. But I think, once you get intentional, I think you just kind of learn how to brush past it. I think it's going to always be there, because now it's like, okay, now that thing is out, where you accomplished this, then are you going to do something else to compare it to what you already did? And, so I think that's like something that don't go away. I think you just have to, have the trust to really find that courage to just keep trying and keep doing it and keep showing up, So,
Over and over.
over and over.
Job's not done.
No.
Job's not done.
Yes. No. Still more music to come, and I'm looking at people like Quincy Jones, artist
Just passed away. R.I.P.
Rest in
R.I.P.
peace.
Rest in
But
peace.
I think as we are sad on this side, it's like that's a person that we can say lived a full life.
Yeah,
He was
91,
91, right?
Not just age, but just
Jesus.
In
Like,
terms of accomplishments.
What he
in
did.
terms of accomplishments and like just what you put out into the world. I feel like that's the biggest thing. I don't really feel like it's about I think success is, my definition of success as I got older changed. It used to be what you see me do, and, what I can be proud of. Now, for me, success is what do I see for my own self, and how am I closer to the vision that I have for myself versus what your standard for me should be.
Yes, your
And I feel like,
expectation,
that kind of that made success a little bit more personal, and it made it like less based off competition, and based off of comparison. So I'm not looking at somebody else around me that does the same thing I do, because I am around obviously people that do the same thing I do and more. But I'm not looking around me trying to be like, okay, I should be there. I'm looking around me like, you know what? I'm inspired to be there because I'm in the proximity of people who are there. So
Now,
Energy is
grow
just
too.
feeding.
Yeah. It's like, I really don't understand how people can, how can you not be happy for someone? Because if I'm in a room with millionaires, what does that say about me?
Right.
You should really never.
I'm in a room with millionaires.
Right.
So I have the opportunity to be there. I'm already putting in the work to be in this room.
Right.
So let me just change whatever I need to do to get there. It's that simple, and you can go so further thinking that way than just
I think it started with like
competing.
imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, I think everybody really feel like they're just not worthy to be in any room that they in until you really realize that the room is full of everybody who also
Regular people.
They regular people.
Regular
Like, and on
people.
top of it, they don't feel like they should be there. And once you really like notice that, it's like, oh, we all the same, and we all don't know what the fuck we need.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody throwing shit at the wall, just
Everybody
hoping something
throwing shit at the wall. The
stick.
only difference is some of the people throwing it so well, like, but it's just the confidence. Like, it's still shit in their hand, and it's still hitting the same shit you hitting. They just doing it with confidence. You scared.
And knowing your worth. I feel like I've dealt with so many people who don't know their worth that I can see them and see all of them.
See the light.
Everything about
Potential,
them.
everything,
Like
yeah.
potential and everything, but then like they don't see it. So it's just like if you know your worth, that's all you need. That's all you need.
Yeah, I feel like your potential is always more scary to you than anybody else. So like, of course, you can see it. And also, if you're looking specifically for that in people, I feel like, you know, when we talk about like haters or people that don't like, because I think most of it is just like, I think it's people that can't recognize like the light is also in you.
Yes.
And so, of course, it's going to seem dim. And it's all based off of like perspective. If I can't see what is in myself, then how can I interact with somebody who can, has the ability to see who they are? You know, if I have the inability to see that, you know,
For yourself.
Yep.
myself.
So you don't hate me. You just
It's just not like you're not there in yourself to, you know, have a conversation, to do this, to apologize. You know, it ties into a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't mean it really do.
That boy cooking. That boy
He
cooking.
definitely worked with some, because I definitely say that every day. Like, I don't hate it, but no, I do. I hate people who can't look into the mirror.
Yes.
That's literally like my statement every day. And I could tell the people who can't look into the mirror.
because it's obvious.
You can't say you can't say you wrong. You can't see a fault in yourself. And that's how you grow. Like, the only way you can grow is by knowing what's wrong with you, so that you can fix it. So if you're not even looking for that, basically that's the attempt to not look into the mirror.
Yeah.
So you just focused on everybody else, and that's why you hate. Because you so focused on everybody else, you can't look at yourself.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
It definitely be a little fried.
Okay.
What?
Got to.
What?
More handshakes.
Who are your inspiration? Like, well, before we get there,
Okay.
when did you fall in love with music?
I first fell in love with hip hop. No plan. Let me think. That's a good question. I just feel like, dang,
Shell.
that's one of them questions you gotta think about again.
Yeah.
When did I first fall in love with hip hop?
Nigga keep saying hip hop.
Right. I feel like the first time it kind of happened was just as a kid. I used to be a dancer. Like that's one.
What type of dancer?
You know, we talking like 05.
You crumping?
Crump dancing.
You was crumping.
You was like one of the clown niggas that
I
had
was a
to.
crumper for Christ.
You was
You
a
got served?
He said crumper for Christ.
Praise dance, mama.
Not mine, but I was a crumper for Christ. You know, so I think my love of music started just honestly just dancing. You know, growing up being around it everywhere I was at, and so I think it kind of stayed there. But I did not want to be a musician.
You wanted to just dance.
Two things. One, I feel like it was a phase. So I grew up. By the time the what's that dance that came out? By the time Jerkin came out, even though I was a skinny jeans 5'11" guy, I lost it.
It was over with for the jerk.
You did
Too
one
much
pin
for
drop
me.
and hurt yourself. And you're like, this is not for
This
me.
is not it. And what was your question again?
Why?
Why did I not want to be a musician? I think it's just like, I think you don't want to be things that you judge, I guess, at first. So initially it was like, well, ain't no money in there. It's no type of acclaim. It's like none of that.
Your assumption.
You know, your assumptions about a profession before you get into it. So a lot of it was just like, I didn't really want to do it or be a musician.
Did you grow up around musicians?
I did. I did grow up around musicians.
Did you see them struggle as a musician?
They going rapid fire.
Right. I'm gonna say no. I don't think that I seen them struggle, but I told myself I did not want to be a struggling musician. I mean, I'm gonna say this.
I know what you mean now.
All of the ways that I saw
The connotation.
myself or saw other people, I think that was a misjudgment because I didn't recognize the journey was going to lead me back to it. And so, like, once my journey led me back to it, I think I was faced with being like, I think anytime you live in a journey where you have to try something again, I think it is about you facing the assumption that you had so that you can get a new perspective of yourself so that you can try it. You know, so once I like, you know, got over the like how I felt, thought I was gonna be broken stuff, and I was like, you know, that honestly hasn't been my experience, you know, in having like my music career or being a musician. That hasn't been my experience, but it was like an irrational fear that I kind of held on to, but that wasn't necessarily real, and it wasn't gonna be real for my it was not real for my life,
Right.
you know. So it's like, you know, that realignment and refacing things again, like will really get that perspective out of you that you need to try it. So that's how I kind of got back to it. You know?
What's up?
Yeah.
What
Good questions.
what as a young man, who were your top 3 in school? Who inspired you?
Are we talking like live or we
Music,
talking like
just
music?
in like your top 3, like
Top
growing
3.
up.
Music people, period.
Not now. I'm talking about when you were younger, just like
What made you want to do music, basically, like, or
well, not what made you want to do music, but like who inspired you? Who inspired that? Who poured into that passion of your love for music?
I'm gonna say a few people. My cousin Alex. Shout out to her. She had a piano in her house, and I would just be like there, just playing around. I feel like, you know, everybody heard Chopsticks before. You know, it started with like Mary Had a Little Lamb, Chopsticks. Yeah, but she would just teach me stuff like that. And that was before I even owned my own keyboard.
How
So
old
I
were
feel
you?
like, ooh, I don't know. She was a teenager. I think she was like probably 15, 16. I was probably like 8.
Okay.
Maybe. Probably like 8, 9, maybe even younger than that. But I feel like, you know, I think it was like, that's where I recognized that the curiosity was there. So for the kids, follow your curiosity.
Follow that curiosity.
You never really know where to take you. But no, I feel like she kind of, that was one of my inspirations because I seen her do it and I was like, oh, this is cool. So she was definitely one. I'm going to say other inspirations. Obviously, I'm not to say my mama in that situation because she was the one who had the money to pay for it.
She got to get that keyboard.
She had to get the keyboard,
Yeah.
you know, so I think her also seeing being able to watch the curiosity, even if she didn't understand or had to scream at me because it was loud. So, you know, that turmoil. But I feel like, you know, but helping me by investing in the curiosity. And then I'm gonna say the third person from music. Dang, that's a good question because I feel like I ain't really thought recently about more of the roots. I'm thinking about more of where I am now.
Where you at today?
I ain't really took the time. But I'm gonna say,
Right.
let me think. That third one's making me think, but I'm gonna just say what was around me because I was in the dance community and wanted to be a dancer. It's just like the music that I was hearing. I never thought it was like music that I could be making. Oh, third thing, I did a summer program at St. Francis University in Fort Wayne, and they had a first time I learned how to make beats. So I was like probably 15, 16, and I feel like that catapulted me just in a whole nother. I ain't got access to no Macs. No calls, like I don't got no money, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm just growing up as a kid, just going to a summer program, not knowing what
And experience some new shit.
And now I look, you know, years later after I had to crack versions of some software, now I finally can, you know, have the money to get the actual software. I'm thinking like, you know, again, I think there's like moments in your life that you think that are very insignificant, but that are like really things that catapulted you into where you are now.
Yeah,
And I think the older I get, I'm just like, I can see music in my entire journey. I can see it, like I can see the thread of music in that entire journey. And for me, I'm thinking like, oh, you know, I'm gonna go to school. I'm not thinking about music. I'm not thinking about all this other stuff. I'm just kind of like, you know, I don't want to say like not present, but I'm present and focused on what I had going on at the moment.
it's something just different, completely.
Right, and I'm looking back.
The music
like,
just was there always.
It's
always
literally
there.
never, you know, it never been nowhere. You know, it ain't never gone nowhere. So that's a good question.
dope.
Yeah.
I tend to do that often. Like if I feel like I'm like, you know, having a block, I'll go back down that memory lane and fall back in love with whatever I feel a blockage in. And it's like, 'cause I would discover something like, oh shit, I didn't even realize I did this because of that. And then it like, I remove that block.
Yes.
What do you do when you feel like you've come across a block?
Wow, that is a good piece of advice. Honestly, is to be able to kind of remember when you fell. You know,
It's called
What?
remembering.
Who?
Remembering. when you
Memory.
like connect memories to a certain stimulation,
Mm-hmm.
and like typically like if that was like where you felt your
Yeah.
creativeness, and you go back to your roots and try to remember those, yeah, that's a memory.
Okay.
My nigga
Look at
paid
that.
attention in
Yes,
college. Quit
he
playing
did.
around. He fucking paid attention in college. My nigga be knowing some shit.
Gratitude. I'm gonna look that up.
Remember.
Remember.
Memory.
Got a song called it with Chances on Surf, by the way.
That's cool.
Mm.
That's cool.
Remember yourself. That's what she say.
Memory. That's
That's
fire.
What I do to like get past any block is recognizing that it is not a moment that you are creative. I think it's not, it don't happen in like, you know how like motivation is like I'm a get motivated to, I'm always like I gotta do this to get myself motivated, and it's like I don't have to do anything to get myself motivated, because if that is who I am, I just have to do it. And so I think a lot of times getting on that blockage is being like, you know what, I'm gonna let all whatever I got built up from what I've done, I'm just gonna do it. And I feel like that's kind of what helps, you know, just me remain in a creative space. So I feel like just being a creative in general, I think the term is, can sometimes be misleading, because it's inquiring that like I am only creative in this space. Like I gotta be doing this to be creative. And it's like the whole time is like I don't have to be doing anything to be creative. It's kind of something that is just like an ongoing thing. I just have to put my hands to something, and then like the creativity just
It'll flow out.
Right.
It's gonna be the, if it does the
Right.
9, you
Right.
could go again. Like if you keep your hand on it, basically it'll eventually come.
right. Just keep trying.
Yo.
No kidding. Hold on.
Aight.
He walked this up straight.
Yeah,
I just kept getting worse and worse.
That was, you was about to say something
Yeah,
crazy.
and you see me stop. I was like, it's about to be.
Oh my
Nah.
God.
Right,
He is on a tear.
Oh shit.
Now you said you said you started playing with your cousin
Yes.
at 8. Pause. Your cousin started showing you how to play the piano at 8.
Right.
So, and then your mom kind of noticed it and invested into you. So did you get trained professionally, or you were just all learning by ear and by play?
You know what? This is a great fun fact. I know people are probably gonna be shocked to hear this, but I'm gonna put it like this. This the best example I can give you is like I'm literally like Nick Cannon from Drumline.
I knew you was about to say that.
I'm literally like.
Don't put no notes in front of me.
Right. I mean, well, I think, you know, again, now that I've gotten a little bit into the craft, you know, like there's things that you learn, and obviously, like, you know, there's things you start to be able to connect what you do to like figuring out the language,
To the technicalities.
Like that. But I've never had any piano lessons. I've never had any. I gotta go back. I'm sorry. I gotta backtrack. I started off playing the violin.
Damn.
Yeah.
Can you still play it now?
Damn.
I don't know.
No?
I probably if it had the
High cross buns.
Yeah.
High cross bun. I remember that song. Yo, that's crazy.
Ari was playing it.
I had band in 7th grade.
I played
We
cello,
played
so
high cross
Right, that's cool.
buns.
That's the first one.
I played the drum.
Old McDonald had a farm. That's the first thing you know how to do. So yeah,
I
I
want to
mean,
buy another one too. I ain't
go
gonna.
ahead. I mean, they only
I want an electric
6,000.
About what?
Electric cello.
Oh,
You
yeah,
played the
wow.
cello?
I
Damn.
played a couple instruments, mostly strings, but
And
cello
that
and
back
bass.
up. Yeah, back up. You don't see a lot of black.
You don't see nobody playing the cello.
I used to be nice. I ain't gonna lie, like real nice.
That's the one that stands up and you stand up with it, right?
I sit down.
Okay,
I
gotcha.
can play both.
Gotcha. Gotcha. It's a chick on Instagram. She plays, I guess that's the bass stand when she's standing up.
Yeah,
She be smoking that black chick. She be smoking it,
She
yo.
local or is she?
Nah, she ain't. She like famous on Instagram.
Esperanza Spalding, by chance? Okay, I put you on those black faces and a black. You know, she can do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's she at? Where's she based out of?
Probably LA. Probably.
Okay, gotcha.
She
Gotcha.
famous.
It might be her.
Yeah, she famous.
It might be her. That's crazy. So no training.
No training. Mm-mm.
You just raw dog the piano.
Hands on. Literally.
Right.
That's
I think
crazy.
too, also, like, I don't know if you ever heard an argument about the reason why we're gonna argue R&B groups because we ain't got nobody that's looking for the people that can sing in church. I think it's one situation. I mean, I think church is one of those situations where people let you try things even if you're not good at it.
Mhm.
And they encourage you to keep going.
Encourage you to keep going.
Because they need that nigga to play on Sunday.
Our organ players
For the
now,
free.
we need a replacement soon.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. So really, it's kind of started off as I think again, all of the moments I feel like connect. So the curiosity kicked in, got keyboard. The next thing you know, I like got to play with this person or play with this choir, and that just turned into you just having the. I really am trying to your point. I'm really trying to get back to that space of like. I think one of the biggest things I admire about myself as a child or any children is their ability to keep trying and to recognize like the moments where they do get frustrated with themselves of not knowing how to do something. Because I typically I did not start off knowing what I was doing. And so now that I do know what I'm doing, I feel like there's an immense amount of pressure now that I put onto myself because I feel like I should know what I'm doing. And it's like as a kid, I didn't care. Like I didn't care
about being wrong.
No, I didn't care about being wrong. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like that's the space of life I'm trying to get back to. Is like now that no matter how good you are at something, kind of remember like you still have to remain a child to that thing. Because if you don't remain a child to that thing, it's like you nicked. So somebody make a comment that you don't like. As soon as somebody saying you don't like the way you look, the way you play, the way you present, it's like you are gonna, you're tying all of who you are over some comments, and then you're not gonna try. So I like that you brought that up about just kind of like reconnecting, just with the things that you love as a child because they really do help you. They really do help guide you to where you're supposed to be when you become an adult.
Never leave your inner child.
That's
Your
true.
inner child is what gets you through.
Like, go to therapy.
Go to
therapy.
Definitely
That inner
go to
child
therapy.
could be it could also mislead you. I think the inner child, if not healed or not healing, you could also be informed wrong about who you are and create and hold on to narratives and perspectives about yourself that are not true.
Yeah.
So I think it's important to hold on to the inner child, but it's also important to divorce yourself from the childish ways that you see yourself.
Probably separate the negative and the positive.
Yeah,
Optimistic minds.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all mindset stuff, yeah.
Got to.
I just was in the kitchen with my daughter. She was playing some type of Roblox game or something on her phone. I mean, on the computer. She's 16.
She sits there for hours.
So I'm like, oh, look at you looking like you 5, just sitting here playing Roblox.
Yeah.
Like your little sister plays Roblox.
Yeah, Roblox is crazy too.
I'm like, you 16? She like, leave me alone. I'm like, but it's true.
Like
you literally
I'm
sitting
surprised
here.
you playing this. Like,
And she was sitting there for hours, yo.
it's wild. I have to be like, yo, how long have you been here? I'm like, get off.
She'll be on the computer in the dark, like in the kitchen, just dolo.
chilling.
But it's good that you still know how to connect with that kid.
Yes.
That you gotta know how to connect with that kid.
True.
Do you think since you learn by just playing, do you think you have a different set of ears than someone who learned by notes? Like you can hear music differently.
That's cool. I think I have a different level of discovery that's available to me. Like I'm not scared to try things.
You playing off more feel as opposed
really
to.
playing off more feel. And again, the more that you do something, you do learn the technicality of it. And so I think it is important to, be able to go back and educate yourself on things you feel like you can, or it's never too late. There it is. But I feel like it really kind of helps me just be a little bit more like free and open as far as like playing. I ain't really got no specific style. Like I don't got like a specific
in the box.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to be like a classical musician or a jazz musician.
You just
Like
want to play.
how come you can't do everything and be everything that you feel like you want to be or play every style of music that you want to play? So
Yeah, because your album, it got alternative on it.
right.
It got like some real R&B sounding music. It damn near got like a country, old country like that. What is it called? Sweet Southern.
That's
Sweet
my
Southern
favorite
Comfort.
one.
Thank you.
That's my
Yeah,
favorite
that
one.
joint got like a R&B kind of old town feel to it. That shit fire though.
Thank you.
It is.
That shit fire.
Listening to the music, I think as a musician, when people take the time to listen to your art, I think it's really helpful, and it helps you keep going. I think you just gotta find your listeners, and I think it's not gonna be everybody. That's okay. I think it's gonna be the people that take the time to understand your art
and appreciate it.
Are those? I think that's my target audience. So yeah, we have 5,000 streams.
Hey.
Congrats. Yes.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
That's big, dog. So,
Shout out to
yeah,
my
you
brother.
gotta.
I understand how hard that is, especially like on like mostly instrumentation based
Yes.
music.
Mhm.
Like that's tough.
Yeah.
It could be tough, you know, and just the era of auto-tune, I'm not one of those artists that's like, you should use this. I think however you decide to create is how you create, but real vocals, shout out to my brother Breon. So
It was a song called Party.
yes,
Mhm.
yes, that's the single.
Got 3 different versions of it, right?
4 different versions.
Four.
Yeah,
Party.
including acapella.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah, y'all going crazy.
Yeah.
Y'all going crazy.
Yeah.
So we met Fred through me cutting, but he actually did our 10-year
Oh, yeah.
anniversary.
Right.
Like
In
he
our backyard.
played the keys and Breon.
Yep.
He sang and then you brought a drummer
was on the
too.
drums, yeah.
As I
Yo.
walked out.
As she walked out, like she come from the backyard, she go to the porch and all that, dog. They playing. I'm talking smoked it in the rain. It's fucked up outside.
Right.
It is pouring down raining.
It
though.
stopped when I got up to the porch.
And it's stopped as soon as we about to start.
Right.
though. Yeah,
It rained
Nice.
all day, yo.
Right.
But yo, they went crazy.
they did.
Then came in, they broke everything down, came to the backyard, set up, and played some more shit. Yo, they went crazy.
It was really my dream come true. It was a
That's cool.
movie. Everything I thought was gonna happen, besides the rain.
Right.
Man,
It was just like I'm in a movie.
That's
Like
cool.
everything. Once the wedding started, it was perfect. Before I was in there crying like this, like the whole backyard was ruined.
like shit was
I set up
flooded.
everything by myself.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, I'm anal when it comes to.
Yeah, I can imagine the amount of stress you just had. Right
I
Yo.
broke down. I broke
I just
down,
finished this.
and I'm like,
Fam.
it's raining.
Right.
And then Aries outside, I'm screaming, crying. She's like, "Mommy, your birds are here." And I looked up, and it was 8 or 9 red cardinals just lined up against the fence. It was one, and then it hopped, and then it was just
Like
all lined
naturally?
up, just right there. Like it was, and I was like, "That's my ancestors. They're here." And then I smiled. I just stopped crying immediately, and just today's gonna be a great day.
Yeah, that was damn near the first kickback.
Yeah, it was. It really was.
Yeah, we had-
Like, I was still trying to figure out what y'all was doing with the space.
Yeah.
Like, how to do things. So actually, that was.
It
That damn
was.
near, yeah, that
Yeah,
might have been the
that was
first
start.
unofficial
Yeah.
kickback.
And it was a lot of people.
Yeah, it was a lot of people.
We
That
got
shit
like
was fire.
1 30-second, like probably 1 minute clip of that whole thing.
No shit.
Yeah.
Dang.
One. I think
We didn't
I
have
like-
a video.
I actually think I might have screen recorded from one of y'all stories. Actually, that's
Damn.
probably the only thing that we got from it.
From
He
that.
was killer.
Yeah, y'all went crazy, yo. Yeah, we didn't have no
We only had
photographer.
pictures.
We
We
only
couldn't
had
find a videographer that we really wanted.
Yeah.
So
Damn.
Video expensive too.
High as
was.
hell.
All right.
High as hell.
$600 for 1 second.
Fam, what?
I respect it though.
I mean,
it's work. It's all.
you
It's
see
hard
the-
work.
The amount.
This shit.
Yeah,
It's
you know
hard
what
work.
I'm saying?
People
This is
Yeah.
more than it's
Couple
up there.
dollars. It's a
Yeah,
couple
yeah,
dollars.
yeah, yeah,
It's a
We
yeah.
got
couple
the
dollars.
numbers.
It's up there.
So you went from performing in our backyard
Right.
to performing at the kickback
Yes.
for October.
Yes.
What was your experience like?
Just again, one of them full circle moments. One of them, you know, I think you just hit me off the strength of like you actually kind of pushed me to do a lot of stuff too. When we
Hey.
was talking, he was just kind of like basically like the importance of being able to like push your brand, get out there and do what you want to do. And, you know, I remember, you know, kind of giving you every haircut was like
It was a therapy
a
session.
therapy session for
Yeah,
sure. So get
yeah.
y'all a therapist from here. Everyone. I had a friend and I had a friend who was like, fine, he obviously from Maryville, but
Yeah.
shout out to my boy.
They cool
Barry.
too. They
He
cool
literally
too.
was like, got a haircut from a guy in Indianapolis. He's like, did you get your haircut? I was like, ooh, that's like the worst compliment to get from a
Yeah.
barber. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, find you somebody from the 219 to cut your hair. And I did. And since that time, it's been definitely a well-oiled relationship for sure.
For sure.
And I feel like, you know, you definitely pushed me to just do it. And like, you know, every time he was talking, he was like, you should do this, you should do this. And I was like, I ain't even see myself, you know, kind of pushing the limits.
That's what she just said though.
You know,
Somebody else might
right.
see the light in you and
Right.
you don't even see it in yourself
Right.
because you just scared
Right,
of you.
right.
It's crazy.
So that's why I feel like it's full circle moment more of the like from the time we did that to the time of the kickback is like so much has happened
Yeah.
professionally for me since that time.
Yeah.
You know, so full circle.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. We definitely proud of you, dog. You've been doing your thing. I've been seeing all your posts and shit. You've been working.
Thank you.
That boy been working. He was all over the summertime,
All
like
over.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Like every cut, you had 2 gigs
Right.
lined up that week.
Right.
What's
And then
up?
when you didn't see me, it's because I was at a
Cause he was at a gig. he was at a gig.
Right.
You was
Love.
going crazy.
Right.
You deserve it.
That's
You
true.
deserve it, for real.
That's a good. You deserve it. That's a good mantra.
Yeah.
Every nigga.
Every nigga deserves. Every nigga deserves, yo.
For sure.
We deserve everything. Everything we work for.
That's true.
Yeah, don't be no bum. You don't deserve nothing.
Right.
You deserve love, being a bum, but
you deserve the basics. Don't overreach.
I reckon you deserve water and food.
Yeah. Not the basics, not the essentials, nigga. the basic shit. That's crazy. That is crazy. I'm tapped out, yo.
For real?
Yeah, I'm tapped out.
Shit, okay, I got a decent amount of questions. I mean, personally, I know you said like when she asked you about like your roots in terms of what inspired you, like what you and then or for example, I mean you play keys. What type of artists do you listen to with I know you basically told me at this point you do everything in terms of music. You probably just play whatever you like to hear.
Yep.
So like who do you listen to?
That's a good question. My go-to is always probably gonna be Robert Glasper.
Nice, that makes sense.
So if you don't know Robert Glasper,
Get familiar.
please get
Won a
familiar.
Grammy over Chris Brown.
Right. That was
Over Chris Brown?
That
Yeah,
was
Chris
the-
Brown questioned who Robert Glasper
He said,
was.
"Who the fuck is Robert Glasper?"
No, he
Robert
didn't.
But
Glasper.
he didn't mean to he came and cleared that.
He
He's
didn't
like,
know.
I literally didn't know.
Oh, he didn't
this
know who
man
he was.
at all. Like never heard of you. Like how you win a Grammy over me and I never
Right.
heard of you.
Right.
Like
Chris Brown said
Chris
that?
Brown said that.
Right.
I mean,
That
'cause you
sound
know,
kind-
they be shitting on Chris Brown, so you probably really thought like,
But that sounds kind of crazy because like you're a musician.
But
And he's big in the industry. Robert Glasper ain't no
But
chump.
he's not in that lane. Well, you know what? For R&B, but
He got a
but
hip-hop
he's one of the
album.
real- but it's like common. And
Erykah Badu,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Robert Glasper come through with his singers. It'd be Adele. I mean, like not Adele. He got some Yeba,
Mhm.
Her. Yeah.
Her.
Yeah.
That's the Cleo Soul type people. So
Yeah.
that's out of Chris Brown lane.
Yeah.
It is.
He's more of a
Damn.
Miles Davis of music.
Yeah.
So Miles Davis, obviously, we know him as a jazz artist, but
Absolutely.
then the older he got, it kept morphing, and even Quincy Jones, like Quincy
Mhm.
Jones has a hip hop record. So it's like people that start off like big band and jazz, and then over time as they got older, as new music came out, they embraced new music and they pushed the genre forward. So that's kind of like what Robert Glasper does. He's able to have his hand in so many pots. So
He
I think
elevates them. Yeah, that's my dad's favorite musician right now. I didn't even believe.
No shit.
Yeah,
Like he sent me Robert Glasper albums like every week.
yeah.
My first Robert Glasper album was what the fuck is the name of it,
Black
yo?
Radio?
Black Radio.
Right.
Black Radio.
Yeah.
Black Radio Experience or some
Yep.
shit like that.
Yep.
Yeah, Black Radio Experience. That
Yeah.
nigga, he
He plays in
crazy.
Chicago a lot too. If you slide to,
I thought he was from Chicago.
I'm not sure where he's
from?
from, but I know for a fact he be playing out there a lot.
Yeah, he's in Chicago a hell of a
I know
lot.
My dad seen him live like 2 or 3 times already.
Yeah,
Mm.
I seen him live, probably 2023. I met him,
Yeah, I'm about to say, you took a
Really? How
picture
was
with him.
that?
and I got to play for him.
How was
That
that?
was-
How was that?
I know you played for him.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
He was at the Mousetrap. He did a set at the Indie Jazz Fest. I was second row that day, and I probably would never be able to erase that memory from my
As
mind,
you should.
which is a good thing. And he was just like standing in the crowd, like I think it was maybe.
So this is not even like a rapper moment. Hey, let me rap for you, yay. Like, nah, you
Nah.
playing. This
Let
nigga
me
just
play-
pops up like at your.
Yeah,
At your gig.
Yeah, I was with my boys Fiona, and we was just doing a little like a original song, and he was just there.
Mm.
You know,
That's
the experience.
crazy.
So I think, and I remember because I was talking to my boy Jesse, and he was just like, I was like, have you ever been like paralyzed to do something just because you're so nervous? It
Yeah.
was one of those moments. I was like, I can't even move my fingers,
Mm.
right? And my boy was like, no, just like do it, and you gonna kill it. Kind of again. Like
I don't even know what it's for
you were
yet.
saying, having those people that will encourage you.
Okay.
Because you never know that their encouragement always comes at the time that you need it.
Oh yeah.
And it's pure.
Right. And it was one of those moments like basically like get up here and do your thing, like do what you always know how to do. You shouldn't
Know your
care
worth.
if this person is there or not.
Mhm.
And I'm just like mesmerized by you know, my idol was like, you know, I can see
In my
it.
face,
Yeah.
like,
Right, you know what I'm saying? And they was just like, you know.
But that's in you,
But
because
they
you're in
just
the
said-
same room.
That's even
Y'all in the
Right.
same
playing
room.
the same
Right.
joint that he plays. Like, I know I could definitely
Right.
tell you how nervous you are. I could just imagine that.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
oh, this nigga about to hear me sit here and play. And
Right.
Did you get to talk to him after that?
Yeah.
How was that?
Again, when it was unrealistic.
yeah,
like,
I can't
those-
believe this happened.
I think it's
Shit
one of
felt
those-
like a dream. I know.
I think the reason why it feels like a dream is because I feel like for me, even though I was a musician, I think it's different levels of it. Like I think it's like hobby and then it's like
Professional.
So I feel like I didn't really start my professional journey until the pandemic. Until shout out to Bashiri, I started playing. I think or Be On It first. Be On It grabbed me first, and then I started playing with Bashiri probably in 2020 for real. It was always consistent. So it was like. In my mind, it was 2023. So in my mind, I'm thinking I just started technically playing professionally in 2020, and then how am I on the stage with obviously these goats? Shout out to my boys, Be On It again, and also like how am I able to like be around Robert Glasper? Goes back to what I was saying earlier about the proximity thing, like recognizing it. It's a lot you can tell about your journey by the proximity of the spaces that you are in, but then I think it's like recognizing you have to embrace that you are in that proximity, and there's going to be a day you move from like right there and you move inch closer, and you have to be confident enough to be able to like inch closer.
Yeah, because you're professional. I mean, the day you became a professional when you continue to work on your craft.
Yes.
Like, it didn't
Yes.
start in
Yep.
2020.
Yep.
it was when you were,
Yep.
what you said, 8?
Yep.
So,
Right.
Your
You got
10,000
it.
hours started early.
yeah.
Right.
And we have to remember that. Like, if we started then,
Right.
what makes us feel like we can't get this level here just because we weren't in this profession, like, technically as an adult as long as the society, I guess, would think.
Comparison.
Yeah.
That's one, greatest thieves of joy is going to be comparison. I mean, like comparing where you are or where somebody is at or what they know versus what you don't know. 'Cause I'm like, really just in this life stuff, it's just like learning. You learn as you go. It really is moment by moment. It ain't like, oh, I learned for 5 years and now like chill.
Finish
It's like
that.
you do learn every moment, and you have to recognize every moment is a moment for you to show up.
It's all a teachable
It's
lesson.
all a teachable lesson. So now I look back on the moment of being like, now I question like why wasn't the confidence there? So now I can look at it and be like, okay, now it's been that confidence that I've had after that moment. That moment when Jess was like, hey, go, let's go. And I was like, oh, now I'm just unlocked a whole nother, a whole nother
Another
thing.
level,
'Cause
yeah.
Now I'm more confident. I'm recognizing like the more that I keep going, it really don't be the skill, it be the confidence that gets you into the door. Because technically, I know people that play completely around circles around me. But it's not just about the playing, it's about like personality, professionalism.
The energy.
Yeah.
Right, for sure, how you show up in the space. It's just like all that stuff that you learn over the years. And I feel like I got a pretty decent personality, but it's like all those things that are more important than the thing that you do. And those things also help, you like open doors for what you want to do as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
And you manifest it. Like, I think a lot of people don't realize a lot of stuff that's happening for you now is because you manifested it as your inner child years. Like, just, you were probably just like, oh, I wish I could do this, and not really thinking about it, like, oh, this is gonna happen, and it actually happened. It's like, for me, everything about my life I manifested since I was a kid, just journaling, down to the amount of children I have. Like, our date, he was like, how many kids you want? I want 5. Why? I don't know. I want 5. Like, everything. And it's just like,
I don't know.
it's a gift. Like,
No explanation
That's a crazy
whatsoever.
number, but-
Yeah, I don't know. Just 5.
I just want 5.
sounds like a good
That
number.
was it. It was nothing.
It's a good
deep.
fucking number.
I want this house. Like, it's just,
I got you.
I feel like
You knew
the
what you
more
wanted.
you flow into,
Yeah.
I want this and I know I deserve it.
Yes.
As a kid, you just say, I want it. Like,
Right.
our youngest, Lauren, she's going to tell you everything she wants. She's like, oh yeah, I'm going to have this mansion. I'm going to have this. And I'm like, you are. Because why can't you? There's nothing
Right.
stopping you.
Right.
And I feel like that's why when we get older, like going to school or just being around people, it starts to remove that confidence, that knowing. Because we didn't worry about money or how. We just said, I want this, and I'm gonna get it, and I deserve it. And the more you pull, push your flow through that, shit just starts.
Yeah, when you believe it, that's really
Opening.
crazy.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
education institutions, they don't do nothing but like strip you of all of your creativity and all that type of shit.
Because they want you to
The
work
inner
for 'em.
city ones.
Yeah.
Because if you go
It's some
to
creative schools.
if you go to Carmel, like have you seen the Carmel YouTube video of the tour of the school?
Yeah.
Nigga,
Yeah.
whenever you get 15 minutes,
15.
nigga, 15.
It was
whenever
like
you
that
get,
when we were living out
yo,
there.
the school has an automotive shop. Like,
They have everything.
nigga, they got the bays where the car, they lifting the car up. They got like 8 of those. They have like 5 gyms. Basketball gyms.
Right.
Then they got the big crazy workout
Yeah.
facility. Dog, it's crazy,
They have
yo.
a university
They have-
style library and they have
Yo,
everything.
they have a broadcast room.
You know, the
Like-
Bill got that low key.
Who?
Yeah,
Maryville?
Maryville all the time.
Oh, yeah, y'all
It's
do.
just small.
But see, y'all are
Small
almost
city.
like that, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Nah,
y'all,
nah.
not to that capacity,
I've
not
been
that
to no
big.
good high school is.
But y'all had, like, y'all was the first school that had a freshman center.
In-
We didn't hear about that shit in Gary.
But hey, I ain't gonna lie. Gary had big schools. Granted, they all shut down like Horseman. Crazy, huge.
But ain't-
Roosevelt, huge.
But ain't nothing in it. You ain't got them type of programs that them white schools got.
I know, but the thing is, like, going out to school, I realized, like, niggas from up there, weird. I was smart. I'm
Mhm.
straight A's and even the
That's easy. That's easy.
Nigga, you go out there, it's like, hold on, I'm an idiot. And
Oh, and
all
Carmel?
these niggas around me that was like from Indy, especially North Indy, like you from Carmel, Fishers, Noblesville, all that. I'm like, oh, these niggas have.
They're ahead.
I was like, oh my, I'm behind, and then I felt bad for niggas I knew who stayed in Gary schools. I said, oh, I know y'all struggling for real, cause I'm struggling. For example, I took calculus my senior year. I got an A in that joint. I came in to take college calculus. Completely different thing, but I'm watching all these people from that succeed super easy, and I'm sitting here struggling. I'm like this.
Yeah.
And I realized that people that didn't even take calculus in high school, that's about to take it a year after me, because I'm technically quote unquote more advanced.
They
Y'all,
breezing through it.
y'all not about to breeze through this. Like, because if I'm struggling, y'all about to fail this. And I was like, I'm not even saying it in terms of comparison. Like, I just know like what y'all learn. So I was like, you're gonna be behind. So you gotta like, you start to notice like curriculum and access to resources.
That shit matters, yo. That
Yeah.
shit
Really
matters for real.
Ariana, our oldest, she excelled in Carmel, like AB,
And she gonna be
mostly
good.
all A's. So like her transferring from school to school, she didn't have an issue. That's why she's taking.
Don't say it like that though. From school to school, like we just
I
unstable.
mean, no,
God damn.
no, because I'm that parent that like mental health is important. So if I feel like this school is fucking you up, I'm quick to take you out. It's not a stability thing. It's more so, no, this is fucking up your mental. We need to find a safer place for you. So like that's what I mean by from school to school. But she now like Karma really helped her because now she's taking college courses and she in high school.
As a junior.
And so she's gonna have her associates and high school degree when she graduate. So that is it. So yeah,
Smart kids.
It works. Yeah, it works.
And
Shout
parents.
out to the smart kids.
That is it.
Not the dumb.
Nah,
But they all have this, they all have the potential to be smart kids, yo. It's just the resources is
I will
fucked
be
up.
honest. I used to think kids was like slow. I ain't gonna lie with you. Like it'll be regular students. You not actually have anything wrong with you. Just like you're not retaining nothing in school. To be honest, this is probably not what's for you. You could be very intelligent.
Right.
The way you process it
Yeah,
is
this is
different.
how you think. Like it's some people.
And how you learn.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
again, like some people are built to be creatives too. Like they might not. No, I don't know. I mean, R. Kelly, nigga can't read.
Oh shit.
The nigga can't read, but he wrote some of the best songs.
Yeah.
And just like that's your lane. That's
In a
what you-
freaky way he
in a
did,
freaky-
but
I mean,
yeah.
Hey, wow.
My mind's telling me no.
He knew what he was doing, but
He did.
from the jump. But yeah, dude is incredibly talented, just somewhere else. So you gotta find your lane and then just drive it home. Like
That falls down to the parents though. Like
Yeah.
Fred, his mom.
Ken.
Ken. I'm sorry.
because y'all let's figure it out.
Yeah. So Ken with his mom, like seeing that spark in him, her investing. I feel like as parents, we have to see our children as, she saw you as an individual and she focused like, oh, this is what he wants, so I'm gonna pour into that. And I feel like when you have parents like that, you're gonna always be well. Like you have a jump start because you have somebody that's going to invest, and that person is someone who loves you and who's going to protect you. It makes it harder, like when you don't have that foundation, you have to do all those things by yourself.
After you grown.
Yeah.
After you're grown.
Because you can't do it while you're a kid.
I mean, you can still, it's just going to be harder because now you have to fight the person that's supposed to be protecting you to go after your dreams. So it's like, I feel like, you know, parents need to be realistic with like seeing each child as an individual and what they love and want to do, and know, okay, we'll focus on this because this is what you want to do.
Yeah, sure.
And just go from there. Not the world or the society of like expectations to remove all that.
Right, having that, I feel like it helps create a sense of self-efficacy or stability within yourself, to where it's like you come out your parents' house believing in yourself, versus being like, you know, people, not everybody has access to those households, like you were saying earlier, but I think, you know, it helps to, like you were saying, by the time the world gets their hands on children and people, like, you know, everything becomes about money, how much money you got, you broke, you don't drive this, you don't wear this, and it's just like, it's so oversaturating that it like blocks you out of like, okay, how do you figure out how to become who you are? I think that's why I think you have a lot of adults that are just really just scared children because they never had nobody to remind them of who, like their potential, who they are. So then like you just work yourself to death, and then like that's all you do, just because it's like that's
all you know.
That's all you know. So you don't know how to connect with anything outside of that. You know, so it's like, you know, shouts out to the people that are on that journey, that are like that are in survival mode and are figuring out like, hey, I got to do more things that are sustainable for me. Like have a hobby. As I tell my friends, pandemic, have a hobby. I don't care how childish you think it is.
Do
what
something.
You think it is. Just do something that, you know, feeds your soul. Like if that means you need to color, if that means you need to put your feet in some water, like if that means you need to jog, like do whatever you feel. Because I was recognizing like this whole time I'm thinking, you know, now I'm a musician, I'm making money from it, I'm not recognizing like this is still a hobby. Like, at the end of the day, like obviously somebody's paying me to do a hobby, which is, you know, always great. Like Maxwell said, keep doing it. Keep doing your hobby until somebody pays you to do it. You know, but it's like it's really still just to remind myself it's a continuous hobby that, you know, thankfully as a child I was able to be like encouraged to continue to do something, and then I just kept doing it. You know?
Yeah.
So shout out to y'all as parents for sure for establishing that safe space for your children, and being Black parents, I believe in children's help.
Hey, thank you.
That
Thank
part,
you.
gratitude. Gratitude.
That's another conversation.
Yes, it is.
That's a whole nother.
Do you write?
Yes.
Music, you mean, or
music? Yes.
like notes?
Not notes. Like songs. I'm
Song.
sorry. Let me be specific.
Oh yeah, it's on a project. So like obviously my friend is singing, but it'll be I produce all the music and we co-write. So a lot of what you're hearing is us processing our personal experiences.
Dope.
So you know, if you can go back and listen to it from that perspective, you know, I think the good thing about a good thing about music is you can hide whatever you want. You can put in your music whatever you want because nobody is gonna know exactly what you're talking about. So you can be like really inconspicuous in your music, incognito mode. Right. You can be super incognito inside of your music, so you can put whatever you want. And that's why I didn't think I was gonna be a songwriter. I just thought I was like, oh, I'm gonna just write the music. And it's different when you can like put words
to the music.
You know what I'm saying? So yes, I do write. Maybe not in the traditional sense of like I have a like notebook of where I'm writing stuff out at, but you know, the notes is so many notes, so many songs, so many voice notes that are already songs.
Did you teach yourself how to do that, or you went to school or
I taught
took
myself how
lessons?
to do it. Yeah, it just mimicked who I felt that I was most inspired by at the time. It just kind of just was like, okay, if they can do it, then you know.
No, I can.
Dope.
Right, for sure.
I love that. I
What's
feel
your-
like you go. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, I feel like as you continue the journey, you're gonna always like jump in that bag of I can teach myself,
Right.
and I'm that person. Like I hate waiting on people,
Yeah.
or like I'll teach myself before I like go somewhere else. But I feel like being able to teach yourself and having someone to teach you is a superpower. Because a lot of people choose not to teach themselves because it takes too much time,
Right.
and they rather just pay somebody to
Lean
either
on
do
somebody
it
else.
Yep.
or have them do it for them.
Yep.
So I think that's a superpower.
It
So.
is, right.
Mm-hmm. What's your baby from the project? What's that one?
I'm gonna say all of them. I'm gonna say all of them because I do got a feature. Have you ever seen One-on-One, the Black comedy show? So I have a song with the guy who wrote that jingle.
Really?
Oh, the trans
Right,
joint.
The trans
What's
remix
up?
joint. So it's like, that's a crazy story. Like, I don't have no music out. Like, we ain't got no music out. I'm not on nobody's projects. I know nothing. And then here I am, we randomly posted a video of us doing what we do in literally my studio apartment. And then he just comments, we tag him in the video, he comments and says, whatever you need, let me know. And I'm like, what? And we had already had the song finished. That's why, even if people don't see you working, I feel like it's always important to keep working behind the scenes. Because it was already, the song was already finished, it was already mixed, we just hadn't put it out. And then here I am, we have an opportunity now to like work with somebody that wants to collab with us, and we have no music out.
Wow.
You know, so I think that was that trans remix is probably one of my favorite songs.
That's dope.
On that project for sure, just because of how just the stages of the song and again losing the hard drives, losing the computers, losing the lyrics, losing the original music, having to recreate, and then not recognizing like, look what came out of all of that chaos.
Distractions.
You know? Man,
Distractions
for sure.
would try to get
For
you to
sure.
stop, and you have to recognize that they're distractions.
For sure.
Like, oh, you're just a distraction, and something great is coming.
For sure.
Because clearly it is, because I don't know what the fuck going on
Right.
here
What's going on here?
at all. Did you used to watch 101 a lot?
I did. That's why I'm like.
So it's like manifesting.
I know the jingle. You know what I'm
Theme
saying?
song.
I know the theme.
One-on-one is with Flex
Flex.
Washington.
Flex Washington, Kyler Pratt.
Kyler Pratt.
So again, another full circle moment. I grew up watching the show. I did not have cable, so we had to watch how we watched it, right? So,
Cheetah box.
whatever the thing was, like, no, we ain't had that.
Y'all ain't had a cheetah box? Damn, I might be a little too
We
old.
had, whatever.
Fuck.
It just so happened to come to the TV.
It just It just so happened. You know, it was another bill, so it was just so happened to come to TV and watching it as a kid, loving the show, not really thinking about the musicality of it all. And if I fast forward, 15 years later, having a song with a TV show I used to watch as a kid, you know what I'm saying?
It's just manifesting.
It blows my mind.
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
I love it. I love hearing stories like this because it's like connecting the dots.
Right.
Like, oh, this happened because of this.
Right. Even if the dots, I will say this, in my 20s, since this is my last year, in my 20s, I think what I learned is in recognizing like the currency in your journey is recognizing like every dot is not always going to connect. So like everything's not going to make sense. Because I think when we think about the chaos or trauma that has happened in our life, a lot of it is like our brains are trying to make the connection between this is why this happened, this is why. There's literally going to be some answers that you just don't have.
You got to be
And
okay
I
with
think
that.
it's like you have to be okay with not having these answers that then propels you into being able to accepting like this is my moment. This is what is for me in this current moment, and I can't process it through the lens of my trauma. Like not everything can be processed through the lens of like what you've been through. And I know that is controversial because obviously you live with your experiences and you're the only person that knows what those experiences are. It's like every moment of your life cannot be processed by every small little thing, because then like you'll never see the
growth.
true current.
Yeah.
Right. You'll
You'll
never
be
see the
stuck.
growth this whole time. You know what I'm saying? You focusing on the wrong thing. So.
You have to flow.
Right.
Have to flow.
Right.
You ever heard of Jordan Ward?
For sure, I met Jordan Ward last year.
Damn, you met the nigga?
Right.
Damn, that nigga cold. He actually has became like my top.
That's your second time mentioning this nigga.
This nigga's tough
No,
though.
he tough.
Oh, I know. Don't get on me.
Nah, that nigga's amazing. But I kind of thought about that when you said you dance, because you know he was a dancer first. He danced with Beyonce on the Homecoming tour,
He did.
I just did. No, you said that.
Yeah,
and that's why he got
just
a he got a song. I think it's something about dancing, though, but basically.
He did. And he's from St. Louis, so it's like again within reach.
I ain't know where it was from.
Yeah, within proximity. Shout out to my boy JP for putting me onto him, and then next week he was at Sharice.
Jordan Ward was at Sharice?
Yes, he was. He was at Sharice last year. And we literally was like, I gotta make it. I think I had a gig or something. I had something to be at. Like I had a kickback. I was like, or something. And I was like, I had to be at that concert. And then next thing you know, we got to connect. So it's like,
That's what's up.
right.
Where are you from?
Fort Wayne, Indiana. Fort Kane.
Fort Kane.
Fort Wayne. We used to. Now people don't believe me when I say this. Fort Wayne back in the day used to have a 219 area code.
Really?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yes.
I hope
It wasn't the 219.
I know, we know that.
It used to have a 219 area code.
That's wild.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it's my difficulty, yeah.
For sure.
What's the area code now?
267. Yeah, 267. Fort Wayne's I don't think people know it's the second largest city in Indiana.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They have a lot of jazz.
I've never
stuff
been.
too, actually.
It's
And
not like a
Sweetwater's
Sweetwater's out
there.
there. So yeah.
Sweetwater is in Fort Wayne.
It's like the mecca of like all music stores.
It's better than guitar. Like,
Oh, I know what Sweetwater is.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't know
It's
it was
based
in Fort
there.
Wayne.
Oh, that's if you call somebody, they're in Fort Wayne right now.
Fort Wayne.
They got a slide in their joint. We used to take the train from Gary to Fort Wayne to go to the store.
That's cool. I didn't know people. I didn't realize how big. Like when you from somewhere, you don't recognize.
I was ordering Sweetwater gear in Atlanta for 3 years. I bought all my music shit. Sweetwater.
That's
You get
cool.
this shit.
That's cool.
Yeah, I got my order of Sweetwater.
Best prices too. Shout out to Sweetwater. This
Right,
is not
shout
a
out
paid
to
sponsorship. This is not a paid sponsorship, but yeah, for sure.
But it can be.
We hope so. You know,
Right.
get it soon.
Definitely can be.
Get it soon.
Today's episode is brought to you in part by Higher Life CBD Dispensary, located at 1021 Virginia Avenue. That's in Fountain Square. They got a bunch of deals. They got pre-rolls. They got the eds. He was fried off a half
Facts.
Quality.
of the Eddies. So yeah, go check them out, man. That's Higher Life CBD Dispensary, 1021 Virginia Avenue in Fountain Square.
Let them know that the kickback sent you.
The kickback sent y'all.
Please do.
Let them know. And we'll have some goodies and all that at the next kickback.
November 22nd.
Yeah, that's November 22nd as well. So check them out.
Forget about Elevate Your Vibe.
Oh, and well, we ain't got none
But still,
Is this
gonna
episode
pop up.
gonna be out by that time?
for the kickback.
Yeah.
oh
It's gonna have
shit.
to.
We can switch it out now.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
what's bad
That's
that.
what
I
happened.
just realized they
Damn.
just mentioned a past date technically for when this was supposed to release.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Oh.
This one is
Bumping it
coming
up.
out next. We will see you on the 22nd. No,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
you ain't getting that off. We will see you on the 22nd, my nigga. Yeah,
Elevate your
tune in.
vibe.
That's cool.
Tune in. But I ain't gonna do it.
Elevate Your Vibe. Liz.
All right.
Thank you.
And it's also brought to you in part by me.
Yeah.
Elevate Your Vibe Juice Company. We got some new flavors coming out for the fall winter. I've been in the kitchen working and on the internet searching.
I'll get you a bottle at the kickback.
Yeah, get you a bottle of the kickback or two or three.
Or just don't stop.
Yeah, just don't stop. Just come over here and keep going crazy. But yeah, we'll see you at the kickback November 22nd. It's the shades of brown. So come in some brown fly
The
shit.
news.
Nudes, yeah, get all your nudes and bones and chocolates. Get all of that. Get fly. Get sexy.
Get fly for sure.
Yeah, get fly. Cause I'm gonna be fly. Trail gonna.
I'm gonna come in
I'm
that
gonna be
shit.
fly.
Mr. Put It On.
He going crazy. Give me that shit. Alright, see y'all there. November 22nd. Get your tickets at the Eventbrite link. It's gonna be down there somewhere.
Yes.
Alright.
Any new projects coming out?
Catch me next year.
So you chilling to the years.
January.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
You've been working hard, man.
Yeah.
It's
You've
a
been
lot.
going super hard all summer.
All summer.
All summer long.
All summer.
You deserve a vacation. Yeah.
Thank you.
You
And
deserve
I'm
it.
getting that this year, and so
Yeah.
I really I don't even like to put release dates on music. Like people know when you you know like coming out with something, because I feel like the anticipation is gonna kick in too much for me, so that it'll be too much.
When you don't make your deadline and stuff like that, it becomes work.
Right, but I mean, realizing that everybody got a short attention span when it comes out of music, you do gotta put stuff out just as an artist, no matter you independent or not. So yeah, definitely I've already started the process of working on a new project.
That's what's up.
And you know, there's that.
So it's gonna be BL plus K.
Right,
Okay.
sure, BL plus K. I'm trying to do some Kennn Wav stuff in there as well, trying to get in my like musicality bag
Mhm.
as well, just trying to challenge myself in that regard to actually put out some like instrumentation music, you know. So yeah, that's coming too.
That's what we dope.
Dope. You know what you're gonna be
Can't wait for that.
performing tonight? Like, are you doing like a montage of sorts? Or?
Right, you sure?
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't wait, man.
Right.
Gonna catch you right here on the
Yes,
stage.
sir. Yes, sir.
Socials.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, you
So-
can follow me
shout
at.
out our socials.
Can I pause it right here? I don't remember my shit.
We are keeping that in. That is staying.
Got it.
It's like I don't even know how many ends is in there. That's
My man,
It's
the thing is, I ain't gonna lie. When I
I
actually make
remember
that
that.
shit, I definitely was like this.
Right.
I was like, yeah, wait, B. I was like, wait, just a
Right.
B, and I was like, this. No, and I was like, wait, this nigga's name is low key not just Kenn. It's like Kenn.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, I almost fucked it up like 5 times.
Yeah.
Man.
Flyer,
Me too.
toaster, all
He said, "Me too."
Me too. I be telling people just to, you know what I'm saying, follow me at Kennn.Wav and they probably can't find me.
Back to why I do it. Not just
Yeah.
3 ends,
That's
nigga.
crazy.
Nah, you can follow me on Instagram, KENN.Wav. So,
Mm.
yeah.
No E at the end
that-
of wave, by the way.
No
Like
E.
it's WAV.
WAV. So that's why you had 3 ends on the board.
Yes.
You erased it?
Cause I
Damn.
only put 2
What?
ends. I've only been putting 2
It's
ends
3
every
ends.
time I text his name.
Don't do that.
I thought you messed up. I thought it was just a mistake. I didn't even realize that your
my
Instagram name
homework.
had 3 ends.
Right. I feel like
That is crazy.
Yeah, I feel like
Yes.
probably the first one was probably Taylor something. I don't know.
The first 2.
That is, yeah, that's the first 2.
I remember his 3 is my number. I'm like, oh, he got 3 ends. 3.
Yes, 3
Damn,
ends.
that's crazy.
3 ends. I just remember today.
Right now.
Right now.
What made
I
you
was
do
today
3
years
ends?
old.
I feel like just trying to get something again not be found,
Mm-hmm.
so be more anonymous, but just also just I don't know, just turn it to.
That shit just looks
statement.
swaggy on. It looks swaggy on.
It does.
Yeah,
It looks
look
cool.
good on paper. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
What's up?
That's dope.
Well, We
Well,
appreciate you.
for sure.
We appreciate you coming through.
Appreciate y'all.
We're gonna see you right here in a second. Do your thing. This has been the Kickback Show.
Yes.
I'm Ill with a Barber,
I'm Amma.
True.
and that's Kennn Wav,
Jerry Cruz.
and we out.
Peace.
That was a little experimental. That shit was hard. Okay.
That sound like rock.
That shit was hard. Okay.